Well, hello and welcome to NEWUP Weather News for our Sunday update for March, 10th, 2024. Can't believe it's already March 10th. That's nuts. I apologize for my weird camera angle. If you notice, if I put my hand up right here as I'm filming this, the sun is shining right into my face where I normally sit. So I needed to move over just a touch to make sure that I could actually see what I was looking at, also so I didn't have weird sun on my face. But it certainly is a beautiful day outside, and I want to emphasize that, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the sun, but just not in my face when I'm trying to record for YouTube. So we've had some pretty quiet weather. There was a little bit of snow yesterday up in the Marquette area. I've got the picture of the NMU Academic Mall webcam here from this morning, and you can see that there's a little bit of that residual snow left over. It caused some slippery roads, especially across Marquette, Delta, and Baraga County, eastern Baraga County. But really it was isolated pretty much to that area and places further east that we don't necessarily talk about on this channel. So it was a little bit of snow, but it made for some dicey travel as folks went along last night in the northern parts of the Upper Peninsula. But I can tell you that we are going to be seeing some more of this warmer weather. We are genuinely moving closer to spring, so it's making a little bit more sense that we're seeing temperatures like this, but it's still unusually above average for this time of year. You can see that on the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook that we are still going to be pretty much well above average for the next 6 to 10 days. However, that's going to change. You notice on the 8 to 14 day that we're going to be near normal, and for those of folks that are in our eastern counties that we cover here, you might actually be slightly below normal. Not much, but slightly below normal. But then it's going to rebound back when we get into the tail end of March and the first part of April. So let's go ahead and go to the models. We're taking a look here at the GFS model. And again, you're not going to see much of anything happening for the first part of this week. What you're going to notice as Wednesday and Thursday wears on, you're going to see some shower activity move in. I think it's going to stay to the south of us, but there's a possibility we could see some sprinkles. And then you're going to notice a cold front is going to push through, which is going to bring a little bit of light snow or light rain into our neck of the woods as the weekend comes in, and then possibly some lake effect snow on the backside. The GFS doesn't really think that this is much of anything to write home about. The European model has a little bit more of a strong stance on it. So again, you can see the showers coming in south of us, and then you're going to watch this cold front push, and you're going to see right there that we could see a wintry mix or snow, and that kind of lingers according to the European model throughout the weekend, and then again ending up with that little bit of lake effect snow for our northern counties. Temperatures are going to be pretty nice for the time. You're going to notice that the front part of the week, we're going to have some pretty warm temperatures. You'll start off in the upper 50s, possibly low 60s, but then that weather system is going to come through at the tail end of the week, and that is going to push temperatures a little bit cooler as we go into the weekend. And again, I'm not saying that we're going to have this frigid blast, but it is going to be a lot cooler than maybe what you're used to. You can see that there on the GFS, where temperatures maybe only end up in the 20s or low 30s. European is pretty much the same way. You're going to be seeing those warmer temperatures during the day, upper 50s, possibly low 60s at the front part of the week. As the week wears on, you're going to be noticing that the temperatures do kind of mellow out a little bit and get closer to normal, and then a little bit below normal as the weekend ends and we go into the first part of next week. But let's take a look at this week's forecast. So you're going to notice here that I got a little bit of a possible showers on Tuesday p.m. I think I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to be staying partly to mostly cloudy on Tuesday. If anything, that would be literally just some sprinkles. But the models were kind of showing it, and then literally as of this morning, they stopped showing it. But up to this point, they were showing it. So is it a possibility? Yes. Do I think it's going to probably happen? Most likely not. But you're going to see a pretty quiet week until we get to the end of the week. And again, I think that light rain or mix would be on that Saturday going into Sunday. And it just depends on which model kind of plays out right. Like I said, the European's a bit more aggressive with that moisture, and the GFS just isn't. I don't think it's going to, even if the European model is the one that's accurate, I don't think we're going to be seeing any sort of significant snow. I think it's going to be just more of a sloppy mess, maybe an inch. but we'll have to get a little bit closer to the weekend to see how that really does pan out, because as of right now, I don't hold a lot of faith in that panning out. So we will also take a look here at the Climate Prediction Center model and see what's going on the week after next. You're going to notice something as we go along here, and we look at this model, that you're going to notice a couple little passing clipper systems, but then at the tail end of next week, this right here, this larger system, this is the first time that this has shown up on here. I usually check this model every day, and this is the first time that system has been showing up there for what would be next, or 2 weekends, I guess, the weekend of the 23rd, 24th, 25th. But we'll see. I'm really hard pressed to think that that's going to amount to anything. I think it's probably going to change over the next couple days. Also, if you remember when we talked about that 3 to 4 week outlook for the temperatures, that we're going to be significantly above average. If anything, it could fall as rain. And last, I want to close here just reminding everybody that if you're thinking to yourself, boy, we haven't gotten a lot of precipitation of any kind lately, you're not wrong. The U.S. Drought Monitor comes out every Thursday, and this is the most recent model that was released on this past Thursday. And you notice that Vilas, Oneida, Forest, Florence, and northern parts of Lincoln and Langley County, as well as Gogebic and Ontonagon County, are all in that level 2 severe drought category. And that the counties that border Wisconsin, looks like Iron, Dickinson, southern Marquette, southern Baraga, Houghton, Keweenaw, Delta, in that moderate drought, that level 1. And then northern Baraga, northern Marquette, and Menominee, Marinette County, you guys are in that abnormally dry. It's still dry, but there's been enough moisture there, I think, to keep that drought monitor at bay. But it has been unusually dry, unusually warm. I'm sure that this winter is going to go down in the record books as one of the warmest, driest, most unusual winters we've had in a very long time. I can say that I can't honestly remember a winter like this in my lifetime. So I think we're all going to be remembering the winter of 23-24 as a pretty unusual winter. So thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps out the channel. And thanks for coming back after my little hiatus here. Thanks so much for tuning in anyway. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful week. Hope you can catch up on that hour of sleep that we all lost yesterday, but we'll get there soon. So we'll be back next week with another Sunday update video. Take care, everybody, and have a great night. Well,